Welcome to SmartGence training. So in this session, we'll talk about data loader and import wizard. What is data loading? The question itself has the answer, right? So the loading of data into some system is called data loading, right? But let's say we have to load close to 5 million records. We have those records in an Excel format. We can't do that by one manually, right? So we need some tool. So that tool which is specific to Salesforce is data loader. What is a data loader? So data loader is an application which is used for bulk import or export of data into or from Salesforce. So when importing a data, so this data loader would read, extract and load data from the CSV file. So basically we would prepare a file of CSV format and we will import the data, and in case of export we will get the exported data in CSV format. And again, we used to insert, update, delete, or export the Salesforce records using the data loader. So there are quite a few data loader options, like 5 to 6 data loader options. So firstly, insert. So this again would be used to insert new records into the Salesforce database. And update, as the name suggests, it would use to update the existing data in the Salesforce. So for update, we would need an identifier, right? So that identifier is the ID. So using the ID, we would be updating the records in Salesforce. Then upsert. So what basically upsert will do is it would insert if it is of a new record for that particular object, or update if it is of existing record. Delete, it would delete the existing records. So export will be used to export some data from the object. So excluding the recycle bins data. So that would be exported into our local system. Whereas export all is same as export, but this would include the recycle bins data as well. Then the other tool is the data import wizard. So this data import wizard is accessible through setup menu, unlike the data loader, which we have to install separately. And this data import wizard will allow to import the data for a few specific standard objects and all the custom objects. The pros and cons on data loader and data import wizard. So firstly, data import wizard would load up to 50,000 records, whereas data loader would load up to 5 million records. Data import wizard supports all the custom objects and only a few standard objects, whereas it is not the case in data loader, and it allows every single object available in the organization. And data import wizard, it supports schedule export, whereas it is not possible in data loader. And while importing, duplicates will be ignored in data import wizard, whereas it is not the case in data loader. So data import wizard, as we have seen earlier, it would be available in the setup in the organization within itself, whereas for data loader we have to install it separately, since this being a more like a tool. Let's end this session with a quick fact. So there are several third-party applications in addition to data loader, which is available and can be used to export or import the data into Salesforce. Thank you and happy learning.